Minus 71 degrees Celsius, minus 96 Fahrenheit. This is Yakutia, the coldest inhabited place on Earth, where your breath freezes before it leaves your mouth, where exposed skin dies in under 2 minutes, where metal becomes so brittle it shatters like glass. Most people couldn't survive 24 minutes here. These people have survived for 1,000 years. For the next 10 minutes, we're going inside their world. No dramatization, no staged scenes, just the raw, unfiltered truth of life at the absolute edge of human existence. This is a Yakut nomadic family, and for the next 24 hours, this is how they survive. The wooden sled groans as the dogs are harnessed, hand-hewn from Siberian larch, the only tree tough enough to survive Yakutian winters without cracking. The sled dogs aren't pets. They're survival partners, descended from wolves, bred for endurance and the ability to function in conditions that would kill other breeds within hours. The tundra opens before us, endless, featureless, a white desert that stretches beyond the horizon. No GPS, no compass, no map, just ancestral knowledge. How to read snow patterns, how to navigate by stars, how to sense direction by wind and light. One wrong turn out here means you're lost, and the cold doesn't forgive mistakes. But these hunters move with confidence earned through years of survival. This is their land, and they know it better than they know themselves. While the men hunt, a different kind of survival happens inside the tent. The women work with bone needles, not as craft, as engineering. Each stitch in a fur parka is calculated. Too loose, cold air penetrates. Too tight, the hide tears. Imperfection in minus 71 degrees means frostbite, means death. The woman sewing is 26. Her hands look 50, cracked, calloused, moving with automatic precision, learned from her mother, who learned from hers. The kettle, blackened by soot, sits above the fire. Melting snow. It takes 45 minutes for one pot of tea. The fuel is precious, rationed, because when the wood runs out, the fire goes out. The aluminum pot is dented, repaired with wire, still functional, still keeping people alive. Inside, the soup simmers, reindeer meat, bones for marrow, root vegetables. Every ingredient serves survival, nothing for flavor, everything for fuel. In extreme cold, the body burns calories at 3 times normal rate, 5,000 calories per day, sometimes more. That soup isn't dinner, it's liquid survival. The smoke fills the tent, stings the eyes, but it preserves the hide walls. Natural weatherproofing, traditional technology that works. The children move with purpose beyond their years. A boy, 7, maybe 8, feeds the sled dogs. But watch, he's observing which dog eats first, which shows aggression, which shows submission. This isn't a chore, it's a lesson in pack dynamics, in reading behavior that could save his life on the trail. He knows a sick dog can spread disease through the team. A weak dog can cause the sled to fail. And 30 kilometers from camp, a failed sled means you don't come home. A girl, 9, splits firewood. Perfect technique. Let the axe weight do the work. The wood splits clean, professional. She's been doing this since she was 5. She stacks carefully, elevated off snow, protected from moisture, organized by size, because organization here isn't about neatness, it's about efficiency, and efficiency is survival. Another child learns animal tracks. Rabbit, fox, wolf, reindeer. How old is this track? The father asks. The child examines the edges, tests the snow. 2 hours. The father nods. Correct. These children don't attend traditional school. They attend the oldest school on Earth, survival. And their curriculum is life and death. The elders sit near the fire, teaching. One man, 70 winters survived, speaks in quiet Yakut. His words carry experience that cannot be found in books. He teaches how to read wind, not with instruments, with sensation. High-pitched whistling, storm comes fast. 2 hours, low, like breathing. Storm comes slow. Tomorrow, how to test ice before crossing frozen rivers. Blue-white, safe. Gray, caution. Dark, death. How to listen for the sound ice makes. Dull creak, stable. Sharp crack, run. How to read animal behavior. Reindeer cluster tight, blizzard approaches. Dogs dig deep nests. Temperature drops further. Ravens disappear, extreme cold coming. This knowledge was paid for in lives, refined over generations. The young listen with absolute focus. No phones, no distractions, just presence. Because this isn't optional education, this is survival. And inattention has consequences. Look closer. Every object tells a story. Those felt boots drying above the fire. 30 winters. Count the repairs. Layer upon layer of patches. The original felt barely visible. But they still work. Still keep feet from freezing. Still allow a hunter to walk 20 kilometers and return alive. The reindeer skin bags hanging from tent poles. The natural oils create a microclimate that keeps meat frozen but workable. Cuttable. Edible. Modern technology tries to replicate what these people have known for centuries. That wooden ladle, worn smooth, edges chipped. 3 generations have stirred soup with that same piece of larch. Daily use tool that carries family history. The sleeping bags made from reindeer hide. Each represents 30 to 40 hides, collected over years, each from an animal that gave its life so the family could survive. Inside one of these bags, you survive minus 71 degrees. Outside, you'd be dead in hours. Everything here exists at the intersection of tradition and necessity. If it doesn't serve survival, it doesn't exist. Managing body temperature here is a science, a constant calculation. Too cold? Frostbite, hypothermia, death. But too hot? Equally dangerous. Sweat in minus 71 degrees means death. Wet clothing loses 90% of insulation. Wet skin conducts cold 25 times faster. So they move deliberately, never rushing, always monitoring thermal response. Every draft in the tent is sealed, not with modern insulation, with packed snow, with hides. People sleep in specific locations, strongest, farthest from fire, elderly and young closest. Resource allocation based on survival priority. Tea is served in small portions, sipped slowly, because drinking too much means urinating frequently. Every exit from the tent means exposure, heat loss, risk. The fire never dies, ever. 2-hour watches around the clock. Because letting it die means the tent drops to minus 60 within an hour. Means everyone dies. So the fire burns, always. Beacon of life in an ocean of cold. Late afternoon. The hunters return. Success. The reindeer must be processed immediately. Before the meat freezes solid, the entire family participates. Team survival. Hide removed first, carefully. Every cut matters. Damage it, you lose clothing material. Meat is divided. Immediate consumption, short-term storage, long-term preservation. Organs eaten first, liver rich in vitamins that prevent scurvy. Heart, kidneys, nothing wasted. Bones cracked for marrow, then saved for tools. Antlers become scrapers, hooves boiled for glue, sinews become thread. Blood mixed with fat, frozen into emergency rations, every part utilized. Not from philosophy, from necessity. A young woman works alongside her mother, learning the cuts, where to slice, how deep. She's 16. By 20, she'll process an entire reindeer alone. By 30, she'll teach her daughter. This is how culture survives, not written in books, written in action. One generation teaching the next how to stay alive. As darkness falls, the family gathers. Tomorrow, it begins again. The fire crackles, wind howls outside, a reminder of the hostile world just meters away. The elder tells stories. The winter the herd was lost, the blizzard that lasted 12 days, the hunter who never returned. Education, preparation, ensuring the next generation understands the stakes. Songs are sung in Yakut, ancient melodies connecting past to present, honoring ancestors who survived impossible odds. And in this moment, huddled in a fragile tent while the world tries to kill them, they're not just surviving, they're living, fully. With purpose, modern comfort has forgotten. This tent is a fortress, built not from walls, but from people, from knowledge, from unity. 24 hours, one family, the coldest place on earth. Tradition kept them alive, community, discipline. For 1,000 years, the Yakut have faced this cold, and they're still here, still strong, still surviving. This is Yakutia, where the cold doesn't destroy the human spirit. It forges it. If this opened your eyes, leave a like, share it, subscribe for more real survival stories, because these stories deserve to be told.